Today is Holy Wednesday. In yesterday's reflection, Holy Tuesday, I told you that that day is traditionally called Traitor Tuesday because on that day, Jesus predicted that someone will betray him. Today, Holy Wednesday, we traditionally call this day as Spy Wednesday. Why? Because on this day, Judas went out and connived with the scribes and the Pharisees and decided on how he would turn over Jesus into their hands. The opening of the gospel said, one of the 12, who was called Judas Iscariot, went to the chief priests and said, "What are you willing to give me if I hand him over to you?" Spy Wednesday. Nag-espiya si Judas. At dahil siya ay nag-espiya, kanya nang ipinagbili at ibinenta ang ating Panginoon. You know, the figure of Judas is very interesting. As we learned also in yesterday's reflection, marami ng mga poets, painters, writers who have written and depicted the person of Judas. Meron akong nakita noon na painting na gusto kong ipakita sa inyo. Katulad ng nakikita ninyo, ang tawag po sa painting na yan is When Judas Left the Last Supper. Siguro kung nakikita ninyo, pagmasdan ninyong mabuti, si Judas ay umalis at tinalikuran yung 12. Yung nakikita ninyo sa kaliwa, nandoon yung the rest of the 12. While Judas, the one that you see on the right, tumalikod siya, papunta doon sa pinto at iniwan niya yung kanyang mga kasamahan in order to do his betrayal. Pero kung ifo-focus natin yung ating atensyon kay Judas, makikita ninyo what the artist did. Look at the figure of Judas. Look at his shoulders. Ano yung makikita ninyo? Merong maliit na figure, which if you focus your attention, is actually the artist's rendition of Satan. Di ba ang sinabi ng kasulatan, Satan rather entered his heart. And so the artist depicted the devil as entering the heart of Judas. You know, pagpapaalala ito sa atin na huwag nating bibigyan ng pagkakataon ang demonyo na paglaruan ng ating puso. In the letter of Paul to the Ephesians, chapter 4, verse 27, he said, "Do not give the devil a chance to work on you." Why? Because the devil is not a shy customer. Pag binigay mo ang daliri mo sa demonyo, kukunin niya ang iyong kamay. Pag ibinigay mo ang iyong kamay, kukunin niya ang iyong braso. If you give the devil a square inch, he will take a hectare. The devil is not a shy customer. And that is why when Judas allowed the devil to enter his heart, Satan completely took over. Pero ano naman yung matututunan natin sa ating event na ito sa Ebanghelyo? I propose 2 simple lessons. Alam nyo, even if the gospel is about Judas the betrayer can actually teach us 2 important lessons. Number 1, what you are is God's gift to you. What you become is totally up to you. I repeat, who you are is God's gift to you. But what you become is totally up to you. Judas was called to be part of the 12. Yun yung introduction ng ating ebanghelyo. Ang sabi dito, Judas, one of the 12, went to the chief priest. So ibig sabihin, Jesus intended Judas to be one of the 12 apostles. He was called to holiness. But what did Jesus do to that gift that Jesus gave him? He misused his freedom. And because of that misuse of freedom, instead of becoming one of the 12, he became known as the betrayer. Nakakalungkot, ano? Tinawag siya to be part of the original 12. But after what he did of his freedom, nakilala na si Judas as the one who betrayed Jesus. Mga kapatid, magandang pagnilayan po natin ito. Who you are, who I am, is God's gift to me. Paano mong ginagamit ang iyong kalayaan? What has become of you? Ano na ang nangyari sa iyo? Pinag-ingatan mo ba yung mga talentong ibinigay sa iyo ng Panginoon? Pinag-ingatan mo ba yung mga yaman, mga handog na ibinigay sa iyo ng Panginoon? What have you done of the gifts that God has given you? Have you grown as a person? Have you grown as a Christian? Or pwede nating sabihin, you have gone far and farther away from what God and who God has called you to be. Again, katulad ng sinabi natin, ang unang lesson, what you are is God's gift to you, but who you become is totally up to you. Alam niyo, sa ating ebanghelyo, nakapagtataka, sabi ni Jesus, one of you will betray me. No? Pero nakakapagtaka, hindi lang naman talaga si Judas ang nagtaksil sa Panginoon, di ba? Si Pedro rin. Pero ano ang pagkakaiba ni Judas at ni Pedro? Bagamat pareho silang nagkasala, si Pedro nanatiling totoo doon sa kanyang pagkatao. He trusted in the mercy of the Lord, and that is why he was rehabilitated by Jesus. He remained true to his original calling, and that is why the gift of being disciples remained with Peter. So remember that first challenge, that first lesson. Who you are is God's gift to you. Who you become is totally up to you. Pangalawa, do not give up on yourself because God has not given up on you. Huwag kang mawawala ng pag-asa sa iyong sarili dahil ang Diyos hindi kailanman mawawala ng pag-asa sa iyo. Again, I invite you to look at the image that I showed you a while ago. Kung titingnan nyo yung painting na ginawa ng artist, bagamat tumalikod si Judas, napansin nyo ba nandoon pa rin yung halo ni Judas? Di ba yung mga santo meron silang halo? But according to the artist's rendition, the halo is still there. The shadow of Judas is still there. What is the artist telling us? If Judas will only turn back, he can reclaim his original place among the 12. Kung tatalikod lang si Judas at babalik, nandoon pa rin yung original na pagtawag sa kanya ng Panginoon. Jesus has not given up on him. The call to be one of the 12 is still there if only Judas will come back. But sadly, Judas did not. Inalipuran niya na talaga at kaya naman alam natin kung ano ang nangyari kay Judas. Diyon nagkakaiba si Judas at si Pedro. Si Pedro nagkamali din at nagkasala. Pero what did Peter do? He turned back and he returned to the Lord. And that is why he was also recommissioned and reinstated among the 12. In fact, not only reinstated, he was even given the highest position among the 12 to be the first pope. God has not given up on Peter. Good thing Peter did not give up on himself. How about Judas? God has not also given up on him, but the problem is Judas gave up on himself. Mga kapatid, baka ganyan din ang nangyayari sa atin. Baka nawalan na tayo ng pag-asa sa ating sarili. Maybe you say, Lord, I have failed. Lord, I have backslided. Lord, I have forgotten the original calling that you has given to me. Ano yung good news? Hindi tayo bibitiwan ng Panginoon. Hindi nawawala ng pag-asa sa atin ng Panginoon. Just like Peter, let us go back. And unlike Judas, let us continue to trust in the mercy of Jesus. And when that happens, we can go back to be part of the original family of the Lord.